The moment I laid my eyes on these beautiful Part 1 LRs for the 7th year anniversary, I couldn't help but begin to think about what could we possibly see for Part 2, which is why in this video, I have built 2 custom LRs for the Part 2 of obviously the 7th year anniversary. One, Dragon Ball Super Broly, which does coincide with this unit right here. And then, of course, LR Omega Shenron, which does coincide with the GT side of things. So, again, I would love for you guys to let me know what you think. Did I go a little too crazy? Is it a little underwhelming? What would you have done differently? Again, I would really appreciate your feedback. And before we hop into this video, a very quick subscriber challenge for those of you that are not subscribed today. And I need you to finally make up your choice, okay? Because if you pray to the gods more than you pray to the monkeys, you have to subscribe to the channel right now. Which one do you rep? Godhood or monkey? All right. If you are more monkey than godhood, you can skip the subscriber challenge today. But if you like the red hair, the blue hair, I can respect it, but you gotta subscribe. It is what it is. Let's hop straight into this video, and starting off with Dragon Ball Super Broly. So my whole concept for this guy was more long-term event because he was fighting for a very long time. So in my opinion, it made a lot of sense. So here is his concept. I wanted him to lead Transformation Boost 3 Ki and 170 to all stats. I think that's a very powerful leader skill. And then Exploding Rage 3 Ki, attack plus 170%, but 150% to both HP and defense. So another Exploding Rage lead, we can definitely use that. Now, in terms of super attacks, as 12 Ki super, I wanted him to greatly raise defense. So yes, it is stacking. However, I know it looks crazy already, but just hear me out, okay? I'm telling you, it's not going to be as crazy as you possibly think, but as, of course, like in short-term content. So he does greatly stack defense, cause colossal damage to all enemies. And then on his 18 Ki, he greatly raises attack for 3 turns, and then causes mega colossal damage to enemies. So he has an AoE on his 12 Ki, which of course can definitely help for World Tournament. In terms of his typing, I would love to see him be Tech, or either Broly Tech or Shenron Tech. One of these LRs needs to be Tech. I would definitely love that. But let's move on to his passive, okay? So his passive is attack plus 120%. And reduces damage received by 30%. So this is basically at the start of turn. He has no defense at the start of turn, which is why I'm saying that this right here isn't as OP as it sounds. If a unit has no defense, take a look at Rose, right? Rose greatly stacks defense, but his defense sucks because he has no defense from his passive. Now this Broly is going to be different because his stats are going to be a lot higher. Like his defense stat, I would assume for this concept is going to be pretty high, maybe 15, 16K. So it'll make up for that. But again, this unit is still very strong defensively. Let's just continue moving on. So 120% attack and then 30% damage reduction, basically start of turn. Then he gets 1 Ki up to 6, attack plus 20% up to 120%, 6% damage reduction up to 30%, and chance to crit plus 12% up to 60% with each attack received. So once this unit receives 5 attacks, he is completely built up. So in total, he'll have 60% damage reduction, 240% attack, 5 Ki. He can get 1 more Ki after that, but 5 Ki, and then 60% chance to crit. So again, 60% damage reduction, 60% chance to crit, 5 Ki, and 240% attack. This unit builds up the more he's attacked, which to me just makes sense because in the movie, the more you were throwing hands or Broly, the stronger he was becoming. He was adapting to the fight, right? So again, I think this makes sense for a Broly, but we're not done yet. Performs an additional super attack when facing a super class enemy, which of course comes in clutch because he does greatly stack defense. So in an event where you're super attacking 2 times per turn, with that 12 Ki, you're greatly raising defense twice. This guy's defense, I mean, you could definitely hit pretty solid numbers very quickly. But when you factor in the damage reduction on top of that, this guy's not taking damage in long events. I'm telling you that right now. He is not taking damage in long events. 60% damage reduction while greatly stacking, possibly twice per turn. He's not taking damage in long events. But like SBR, ESBR, I think he can definitely fall victim to quite a few, quite a few super attacks, which is why I gave him this, okay? I gave him a mini active skill right here. Now, of course, this Broly was not transforming. I should have said at the beginning. I didn't really want him to transform. I think a standalone LR Dragon Ball Super, full power Broly makes sense. We need that in the game, so this is my concept for him. So I gave him an active skill that you can activate the moment you fall below 50% HP. So you can hop into SPR, Extreme SPR. The moment you hop below 50% HP, this activates. So you, or if you activate the active skill, you get this. So you get 6 ki, okay, immediately. Attack was 120% on super, but you have to perform an 18 ki for that, okay? But that's why the 6 ki is here. So he gets 6 ki. 120% attack when performing an 18 ki super, and performs a guaranteed critical hit, which is twice only. This is basically designed to kill, right? This is something that you like. If you're below 50% HP, you need to kill the enemy. This right here is going to help you do that. You can activate this twice, obviously not on the same exact turn, but you know, you activate it once, then the next turn, if you're still below 50% HP, you can activate it again. This is something that activates or becomes available the moment you fall below 50% HP, and you have to enter the turn under 50% HP for that to happen. So again, he gets 6. So let's just say this man's fully built up. This 6 ki is going to give him 12 ki immediately, which is, again, like almost guaranteed super attack. Or sorry, 18 ki super attack. 120% attack on 18 ki, but again, attack on super attack is crazy. But when you factor in the 240% attack he already has, plus any greatly, like, this guy is an absolute monster, and this is going to obliterate anyone that it comes in contact with, especially if he's already built up. Now, this easily, like, this may not kill if you're activating this, you know, turn 1 in SPR, but in SPR, if it's turn 3 and he already received some attacks in turn 1, and you activate this can easily, because again, it's guaranteed crit, 120% on super on an 18 ki. I mean, I don't really know how much stronger you want to get than that. So let me know what you guys think about this. I think this is pretty much my concept for a Dragon Ball Super, Broly LR. I think he's very, very strong, and in long content, he's not taking damage, period. But he also has a mechanic that could help him in difficult short-term content like ESPR or SPR. Now let's move on to my second concept, which is LR Omega Shenron. Now, again, in this video, I didn't make him transforming, but I would really like to see a transforming Omega, like Sin to Omega. But in this video specifically, since there's not really any assets or stuff like that in the game or in Dokkan Wiki, I just made him like standalone, like starting like from turn 1, he is going to be an Omega Shenron, okay? So I use this one right here. Again, typing doesn't really matter to me. Tech would be really cool, but Int would also be nice. STR would be cool as well for Extreme. Actually, Extreme, I guess STR Mega already exists, so it is what it is. Well, let's hop into it. So he leads GT bosses 4 ki and 170. GT bosses definitely needs this. Or Power Absorption, Ki 3, 170% to defense, but 150 to HP and attack. His 12 ki super causes ultimate damage to enemy and high chance to crit. Obviously, this is the first time we're ever seeing this, and I was inspired by LR Majin Vegeta's super attack, because on his 12 ki, his 12 ki is actually stronger, hitting harder than his 18 ki, right? The thing is, his 18 ki is an AoE, so theoretically he's doing more damage if there's more enemies on the field. But in terms of if you're just hitting one person, this one's doing more damage, right? Because it is, again, and it's a mega colossal factor into your damage. So I kind of took this to the next level with this guy. I wanted him to be the first LR that has ultimate damage for free from his 12 ki while having a high chance to crit. Again, this right here is a very strong super attack. Keep this in mind. And then for his 18 ki, I gave him raised attack and defense for 3 turns, and then causes mega colossal damage to enemies. So basically, if you want to really like maximize this right here, you'd want to get the 18 ki super attack first, and then activate this, because you'll have basically your attack, your attack would be raised, then you do the crit with the ultimate damage. Like, again, this factored into this will allow you to do a lot of damage. Now, I did build this guy more so around difficult short-term content like SPR and Extreme SPR. I feel like that was fair, because if this Broly is catered more to long events, I think this guy could be catered more towards short-term events, allowing you to pull or allowing you to dominate in one or the other. So here we go. He has a high chance to seal all enemies' super attacks and attack and defense plus 150% at the start of turn. So every single time he enters the field, he has a high chance to seal every single enemy, which of course is very, very powerful. It means no super attacks are coming your way. That's for you, like for this unit and for the whole team. So of course, very, very powerful. If you're running a double, like if you're running like a double Omega Shenron lead and you have him in every single rotation, like you could actually theoretically have a turn where everyone's just sealed. It's like no one's taking a super attack, which of course is very, very powerful. But let's continue. He gets 3 ki and attack plus 50% when performing a super attack when the targeted enemy has their super attack sealed. So if he enters a turn and seals an SPR or extreme SPR and he launches a super attack, he'll get an extra 50% attack, which is going to factor into this 150%, which is going to do a lot of damage. I'm telling you that right now. But also gives you a little bit of ki. And again, that the enemy has to be sealed for this part of his passive to proc. Then he gets ki plus 1 up to 3. And all enemies attack and defense minus 10% up to minus 50% with each attack received. So every single time he's receiving an attack in SPR or extreme SPR, the enemy's attack is just going to weaken a little bit. It's going to look like his defense is getting better, but what's happening is their attack is literally lowering every single, like whoever attacks this enemy. No, sorry, it's not whoever. It's all enemies. When one unit attacks this guy, every single enemy has their attack and defense lowered all the way up to 50%. So when you factor their defense being lowered by 50%, plus his 150% attack and defense here, plus this 50% attack, plus this ult, like this guy's doing ridiculous damage. And again, it's not because he has attack from his passive, but because the enemy's defense is lowered, making his attack and everyone else's attack look a lot better. And of course their defense is also lowered, so their attack is also lowered. So like if you hop into a stage and you seal everyone's super attack, and then you put this guy slot 1 and all their attack is now lowered by 50%, let's just say, then everyone's defense just looks absolutely amazing because no one's getting hit by a super attack, and all the normal attacks are literally doing that. So again, extreme SPR, even those normal attacks that do a lot of damage are not going to be doing anything to your team because everyone's defense or attack is lowered by 50% and everyone is sealed. Like, what are you doing to this unit or the team this unit's on? I don't know. Plus an additional attack plus 50% when facing 2 or more enemies. So again, this is not on super attack, but again, this is just a massive attack boost. When you're in SPR or extreme SPR, this guy is going to be not one-shotting, but possibly one-shotting. And then this is where, again, up to this point, basically all of his kit here is based off of you being in SPR or extreme SPR or in a place where you can seal an enemy's super attack or have their attack and defense lowered. But I wanted to, just like Broly has this little mechanic where it could work in difficult content, but he's really meant for long events. I wanted to give Omega, who's meant for short-term difficult events, to have some type of mechanic that could help him in long events, which is this right here. Reduces damage received by 30% when receiving a super attack from a super class enemy. So no matter where you are in the game, if you are being attacked, super attacked, by a super class enemy, he is going to reduce that damage by 30%. So if this happens to be an dude, can you imagine you get attacked in extreme SPR, okay? You get attacked, super attacked by an enemy while everything is already active from this guy's passive, so 150% defense, sealed. Actually, I mean, I guess if he's sealed, I guess, sure, if he's sealed, he's not going to be super attacking, but forgetting the sealed part, 150% defense, his attack is lowered by 50%, and now you're reducing 30% of that damage. This guy is not taking damage in short-term events. He is meant to kill and obliterate in short-term events, where this Broly is meant to kill and obliterate in long-term events. Let me know what you guys think about these two ideas. Again, are these a little too OP, or do you think for 7-year anniversary LRs, I could have gone a little bit crazier? I think, again, I like the idea of one unit being good one place, another unit being good in another place, but they still have, you know, little mechanics that can help them in difficult events as well, or events that they're not really meant for. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed these concepts. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you are new. I am very excited to see the part 2 LRs for these two bad boys, and I will see you in the next one. Take care and peace.